Confession and repentance free us for joyful obedience. David, in our psalm today, describes the joy and wisdom he experiences through his confession and repentance. David messed up in his life, Bathsheba's life, and especially Uriah's life, in a very public and messy way. It started with his lust and inappropriate sexual behavior and spiraled from there. He was then called to account publicly by the prophet Nathan and entered a posture of confession and repentance before God and the people of God. But the consequences of that sin continued throughout his life. According to the story, he lost children as grown adults who were affected by the model and influence of their father's sin. He faced open rebellion from his own son and was even ousted from the throne for a time in that rebellion. And over again, David returned to his posture of confession and repentance before God and before the people of God to find his next faithful step in joyful obedience. Despite his sin and the consequences it created in his life, he continued to seek to follow God's instruction and counsel, and not have to be curbed with bit and bridle. Even as we live out the consequences of our actions in this life, we can seek our next most faithful step in joyful obedience.